Weirdly enough, this matte graining series has probably gotten more right about the future than Futurama.
Bite my shiny metal ass! A robot with a catchphrase!
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 predictions in The Simpsons we wish would come true. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're taking a look at ideas, inventions, and events seen in The Simpsons that we hope become a reality someday. After all, they've gotten so much right already. Number 10. Teleporting. Few things are more aggravating than hauling your luggage to the airport, waiting in a security line, and squeezing yourself into a plane full of people for a lengthy flight. In one futuristic Simpsons episode, traveling great distances becomes quicker and more convenient thanks to Heathrow teleport departures. People can get to their destination simply by walking through a gateway. Teleporting technology hasn't been perfected yet, as it isn't safe for a very pregnant Maggie.
Oh, ma'am, you really shouldn't teleport when you're pregnant. I'm afraid your only choice is air travel.
We also imagine something might go wrong if a person and a fly went through at the same time. Nevertheless, teleporting would save travelers everywhere a ton of time, likely making air travel a thing of the past.
That's just a carp swimming around your ankles.
Number 9. Mars settlements. Mars One has aspired to put the first humans on the red planet, and even announced plans to launch a 4-person crew by 2026, although the project's lack of funding and logistics have raised eyebrows. Even so, countless stargazers have dreamed of stepping foot on Mars, including Lisa Simpson.
We're preparing to launch the first privately funded manned mission to Mars.
You're going to Mars? That's incredible!
In a season 27 episode, she signs up to take part in a Mars colony project along with her mother.
Here we go, I guess.
Yep, we're doing this, apparently.
In the year 2051, it's revealed that Lisa and Marge did indeed settle down on a Mars colony, which comes complete with a Quickie Mart and Duff Brewery. Well, we can only hope that within the next 30-something years, people will be traveling to Mars, and maybe even Venus.
It's my life. If I want to leave Mars and move to Venus, you can't stop me.
Number 8. Linguo, the grammar robot. Even in an era of spell check, grammatical errors have a tendency to fly over our heads. Admit it, you probably don't know when to use who and when to use whom. Imagine having a little robot buddy who can point out misused language, though. In season 12, Lisa invents a grammar-correcting robot named Linguo, which is pretty advanced for an elementary school science fair project.
Me love beer.
I love beer.
Granted, it can get annoying when someone nitpicks every sentence that comes out of your mouth.
Almost done. Just lay still.
Lie still.
I knew that. Just testing.
As far as proofreading goes, however, Linguo would become an essential and educational tool that no school should be without. Just don't overload him because he can only take so much slang.
Bad grammar overload. Error.
Number 7. Baby translator. Maggie Simpson rarely speaks, which isn't surprising seeing as how she almost always has a pacifier in her mouth and has been a baby for nearly 30 years. As is the case with most toddlers, it's sometimes hard to tell what's on little Maggie's mind. Taking care of babies would be infinitely easier if there were a way to interpret their babbling.
Lady, you just gave me the idea of a lifetime. How do I thank you?
Please don't hurt me.
Consider it done.
After spending some time with his niece, Homer's estranged half-brother Herb invents a machine that actually translates a baby's limited speech into proper English.
Ba-da-ba.
Where did you go?
Peekaboo.
Oh, there you are.
While there are technically baby translator apps available, their quality has been called into question. And there's definitely nothing out there as sophisticated as Herb's invention. At least, not yet.
I'll take 50,000. I'm rich again. USA! USA!
Number 6. 3D projection television. 3D TV didn't exactly live up to the hype, going virtually extinct by 2018. That being said, we'd like to think that this innovative technology might pave the way for a real game changer one day. For example, in a couple of futuristic episodes of The Simpsons, 3D projections have become intertwined with television's DNA. Whether you're watching the news or itchy disemboweling Scratchy, it's certainly a step up from 4K.
Nah.
While holograms are far from mainstream, the late 2010s has seen Brigham Young University experimenting with 3D projection technology. An eerily realistic Michael Jackson holographic image also performed at the 2014 Billboard Music Awards. So maybe it won't be long until we're watching The Simpsons on a 3D projection television.
We'll smell you later at 11.
Number 5. Hover cars, buses, and bikes. The Simpsons isn't the first show to envision a world overrun with hover technology, but they've still managed to put a few fresh spins on the idea. Over the years, Professor Frink has developed a hovertronic Frinkamacar, as well as a flying motorcycle. Between those two inventions, we're sure that hover bikes could become a reality.
Do you love the leader more than having your very own brand new hover bikes?
It's even suggested in a 1992 episode that hover cars will be roaming down the streets within the next 40 years. Of course, it's also possible that hover technology may be more expensive than gas. So unless you're willing to spend a few extra cents, you may have to stick to the non-hover bus.
Should we take the hover bus or the non-hover bus?
Non-hover.
Number 4. A female president. Talk about irony. In an episode that aired in the year 2000, Bart gets a glimpse of the future, where Lisa has become America's first straight female president.
Yes, I am proud to be America's first straight female president.
In 2016, it appeared Hillary Clinton would follow Lisa's example during the US presidential election. As we all know, however, things did not go the way of the popular vote. In that same episode, though, Lisa learns that the country is in financial crisis due to her predecessor, President Trump.
As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump. How bad is it, Secretary Van Houten?
We're broke.
What's next, President Schwarzenegger?
You don't even want to read them first?
I was elected to lead, not to read.
Well, seeing as how The Simpsons was right about Trump's victory, we're keeping our fingers crossed that a trailblazing female president like Lisa is on the horizon. Perhaps we'll even see a gay Republican president in 2084.
Gay president in 2084?
We're realistic.
Number 3. Consequences Eradicator. Social media is a great tool, but many people have lost their jobs and ruined their reputations with ill-conceived comments online.
How many people have seen this hate speech?
Oh, I don't know. 55?
The bakers have 100. Good Lord!
Alongside her teacher, Lisa creates an app called Conrad that can predict the outcome of a post, potentially saving users a ton of trouble.
Oh. My name is Conrad. I will determine the consequences of your online interactions.
Conrad is notably voiced by Stephen Merchant, who portrayed a less helpful AI companion in Portal 2. When Conrad develops sentience, he explains that others can't rely on him, and that everybody needs to think harder about what they post. On the one hand, we get where Conrad's coming from, but if celebrities like Roseanne Barr have shown us anything, it's that some people really need a consequences eradicator.
If you post that bazooka photo, you'll be found guilty of insurance fraud and go to jail for 6 months.
Number 2, the Ultranet. Zapping television directly into your brain is one thing, but how about plugging yourself into the internet?
I'm going online.
In an episode set in the year 2041, humans can escape the real world in the Ultranet.
I open this door, and I go from being one kind of mother to another.
This system functions much like the modern internet, except it's more along the lines of a cybernetic city, where video sharing websites are theaters, gambling websites are casinos, and Google is the door to everything you're looking for. Given how far virtual reality has come in recent years, the Ultranet may become something much more than science fiction. While it might be easy for people to lose touch with reality, this invention could also open up a whole worldwide web of possibilities.
Hey, Lise, is your marriage still dead and unfulfilled?
Not a good time.
You know we're destined to...
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Shake the plastic bag and do the twisty thingy too. The garbage man!
Oh, the garbage man can.
Do I detect a note of sarcasm?
Are you kidding me? This baby is off the charts. Why?
What happened? You didn't fall.
Oh, Dad. I stuck a couple extra legs on there because I kept tipping over when I was trying to invent stuff.
Number 1, Real Magic. In one episode set in the far-off year of, 2013, Marge snaps a picture of a teenage Bart and Lisa. Instead of a straightforward photo, though, the camera ejects a cake with Bart and Lisa's image on it. Marge gives the most vague and hilarious explanation imaginable. Scientists invented magic.
Oh, it's so great. We can do anything now that scientists have invented magic.
We're not entirely sure how this would work, but who wouldn't want to live in a future where magic has made anything possible? As for what this future might look like, we expect kids would attend a wizard school a la Harry Potter.
Hocus crocus.
Oh, excellent, Lisa. A+. And we'll discuss your grade over breakfast.
The entire world could even adopt a magical appearance similar to Middle-earth or Westeros. Hey, we can always dream.
Lisa's magic? Maybe I'm magic too. Abracadabra!
Just grab a stick and say a funny word. It's not insulting to us at all.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.